Welcome to another episode of Before and After. Today is our health and fitness episode. It's going to be a doozy.
I'm currently sitting next to a glass of red wine, a Coke Zero, and my water's on the floor. That's the hierarchy. That's the hierarchy of my beverages for this evening.
Beautiful. So it's only uphill from here, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Red wine, it's. I'm sure there's been plenty of studies on how good it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm trialing, a bottle of red wine a day.
Keep the doctor away.
100%.
We'll be diving into our current regimes, what they look like, where we need to improve, and what we'll be trialing for the next couple of weeks to help get our fitness and our health in order.
I cannot wait.
I think it's going to be a good one.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be a big episode, but before we dive in, we always start our episodes with a win for the week. So, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. Pretty fitting, I think, for this topic for sure. But I've been trying really hard this year to be a little bit more active in my day-to-day. So I've been hitting 10,000 steps a day.
Wow.
I've been trying really hard. I think the next step is I really want one of those walking pads. So even when I'm, watching my Gossip Girl or just like rotting in front of the TV, at least my legs are moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's definitely on my wish list too.
I want one. What about you? What's your win?
Look, mine's pretty boring in the sense it's still in that like life admin space, but I removed some of the apps on my phone that I just don't use.
Yeah.
Mainly because my storage was like dying. But yeah, I've cleaned my home screen up, put them into little folders, and I feel really nice about it.
Good on you. That's so good. Were you just motivated by me and what I tried last topic?
That's it. It's always
all me.
You are such a trendsetter.
I'm not.
You is.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. Thank you.
How are you? How have you been going this week?
This week's been good. It's been busy, but I feel like I'm still trying to recharge from the craziness of the beginning of the year. Like when we caught up the other night for dinner and drinks, it was very much like, oh my God, I don't even know who I am. Like I'm a shell of a person right now. I feel like we were saying how 2025 is going to be our year, and oh my God, it's going to be so good. And
is it Christmas yet?
Yeah, no, I want Christmas. No, I'm feeling like I'm starting to wind down a little bit more now. And yeah, we need to not be yes men as much as we have been. But yeah, I'm doing okay. And look where we're sitting right now.
I know. A beautiful podcast studio.
Safe to say that I think I really enjoyed topic 3.
You excelled in topic 3. This is so beautiful. I can't believe this is our little place.
This is our place. I know. I'm so excited to be here. And yeah, I don't know why. I feel like this almost feels like the first ever episode that we're doing.
Yeah, it feels official now.
It feels very official. I know, it feels a bit crazy. But what about you? How are you going?
I'm good. I like last week was the first week back from sick leave after just like burning out and everything catching up with me after our silly season. So yeah, I'm trying to come back and slow the pace down a little bit, but it's hard when it's just not in your nature.
Yeah.
So there's been a few times where I've caught myself out going, what the hell are you doing? Just say no. Or like, why are you putting your hand up for this? So I really need to be aware and consistent and hard on myself. So I don't fall back into that. With that, I just have to share. I am probably like a bit late to the game, but I am on Substack, guys. Have you heard of?
I have not heard of Substack. Is sub or sup?
Substack.
Substack.
I'm sure there's a really nice, succinct definition of what the platform's all about, but it's sort of like blogging, which I think comes back. I used to love blogging back in the day, and it's essentially you get your profile, you sign up, and you pick what you're interested in, all these topics. You can have almost like a little web page for yourself where you can post little articles or essays or little just notes or thoughts for the day. You can post videos, pictures. Like it's just really nice. It's an online community essentially full of, I think, writers, authors, creative people, and it's a lot slower than other social media platforms. At least I find it mentally fulfilling. I read really cool, interesting articles, people's hot takes on things. And it's just a lot calmer than the craziness on TikTok and Instagram.
I love that. It sounds like almost like a baby of like Pinterest and TikTok notes and Reddit and everything. Is that right? Okay.
Yes. It's not as unhinged as Reddit.
Okay.
I do like a good Reddit stalk.
Hey, I found some things on Reddit.
You sure have. So it's like a baby version of Reddit.
Okay.
And
a PG-13.
PG-13.
Okay.
But it scratches that scrolling itch that I get, especially in the morning.
Okay.
And I feel a lot better about myself. I feel like, I've read a few articles, and this time, like, they're proper articles, not just a TikTok video.
See, I'm forever learning new things about. I did not know that you were a morning scroller.
I love morning scrolling.
You're a morning scroller.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm a night scroller.
Really?
Yeah. See, and that's why, like, my sleeping habits sometimes are really bad, because I kind of wake myself up at night because I'm just doom scrolling.
So do you go to sleep and then wake up in the night and scroll? Do you really?
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And I guess it's fitting for this episode, but like, yeah, my sleep can be really sporadic. But yeah, cart before the horse. But if I wake up in the night, like, I will wake up and scroll.
Wow.
Or like before bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'll dive into that a little bit more later, but yeah, thank you.
The things you know. Well, have a little dive onto Substack.
Yeah, but like, how did we spend like a whole week together in Melbourne and I really didn't click that you're a morning scroller?
I don't know. Were you asleep?
Probably.
Too busy scrolling at night.
How did I not see this? Oh, you were unconscious. Okay. My bad. Jesus. Well, that makes sense. Oh my golly gosh.
So how are you feeling about today's topic?
I'm looking forward to this topic. I feel like we're getting into more of the personalized kind of topics now. Like, the beginning of the year was very life admin and, getting our ducks in a row. And now our ducks are us. We need to make sure that we're, setting ourselves up as best we can. And I think this is the first real chapter for this potty moving forward.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Very similar. I think it was nice to turn outwards for the first couple of episodes. But I'm really keen to now look inwards and start seeing more of that glow up from hopefully the inside out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you made me want to watch the movie now.
Inside Out?
Yeah.
No, I cry.
I'll cry.
I cry every time.
No, I'm so excited. So as far as a bit of a recap on what we did last time. So we were on topic 3. We are now on topic 4. Funny that. I know the numbers just keep going up and up. So we were focusing on organization in topic 3. So it was all about, getting our life in order. I was looking at Swipe Wipe. And I was looking at, obviously, decluttering and organizing our spare room, which we're sitting in right now. We can actually see the floor. And you were looking at your son's playroom and the pantry, and everything went really well for us. So now we're looking at health and fitness. So I thought it'd be really cool if you and I could really just go through what our current health and fitness routines are. Like, where are we at? What's our baseline? What does the day-to-day actually really look like for us? So really, diving into that, because you've been focusing a lot on your gym routine, especially this year. How's that been going for you?
It's been going good. Good. I had to take a little bit of a break the week I was sick, just because my body just couldn't really take it. So I'm very much getting back into the swing of things. It's not as hard as I thought it would be getting back into it. I was a bit worried, missing about a weekish off. But I've enjoyed it. I think because I really see it as me time. So I look forward to doing that. So I missed it when I was off. So yeah, I aim to work out between 2 to 3 times a week. I'm pretty easy in the sense of what that looks like. So it either probably a gym session, which I just do at my own sort of pace, or a home workout routine that I would just pick and do online. So at least I don't have to always be out. I can just smash a workout out at home.
So good. The self-motivation to be able to do that must be really strong and high, because I can't do that. There's no way that I could be at home and do a home workout. I just decide to do other things. Good on you for doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't do it. I get so distracted. I can't do it.
Oh, see, I find it's a way, whenever there's a day where I go, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to like drive to the gym today. And I just find all these excuses. I go, all right, put your mat down and let's just do it. Don't even have to put shoes on.
Yeah.
And just take, 30 minutes off and just do it in my room.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just a way of avoiding the excuses.
Yeah. Okay.
For me. Yeah.
I wish I could do that. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm the same. I'm very similar. So I go to the gym. Well, I aim to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. My trainer, so I go, it's not a gym, it's more of like a CrossFit-y kind of warehousey kind of setup. Really love it, but I've also been off for the last few weeks because I split the bottom of my foot open, as you know. So been waiting for that to heal, but he's been texting me being like, hey, let's aim to get to the gym, minimum of 3 times a week this week. And I'm going like, oh, well, I don't really want to now.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
I don't know why my brain works this way, but I'm just like, I actually was going to go to the gym that day and I was like, don't want to now. No, I'm off it. Ick. No. So yeah, it was when we were recording our last episode and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym today. I'm going to get back into it. No.
He texted you?
Yep, he texted me. And then he texted me again. No, like it's just can't do it. But I do aim to get to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. And when we're on the topic of health and fitness, we asked each other to reflect upon, what is that baseline? And I guess looking into mine, I don't think impressed is the right word, but I'm quite surprised how healthy my baseline is, especially when we're having those conversations about goals and what we wanted to achieve for the year. Although we reflected upon, how we wanted to improve, we didn't really spend a lot of time on those wins and what we are already doing that are quite good. So when, we were reflecting and I was, writing down my little list, I do aim to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I try to make sure that I'm taking, my pre-workout. We do our home cooked meals and we go through like Dinnerly because that really helps us with our time and everything. But most of our meals are home cooked. We're social drinkers, so we're not really intaking a lot of alcohol. It's more of the unwinding and relaxing part of health and fitness I really struggle with, and keeping up that momentum and motivation. But we'll get into it a little bit deeper, I think. But especially for the gym, things like supplements and pre-workouts really help me. I know we've had this conversation before about that, but I take OxyShred. Have you tried OxyShred before?
I have. Yes.
Have we? Oh, why are you looking at my mouth?
I have. I've had tried out a few different flavors. It's just not for me.
No?
Didn't
like it. What?
I know you like it. You love it.
I love OxyShred.
Sponsor Emma.
Yeah, please do.
Not
a fan.
Just the taste. I don't like the artificial. Like it's got an aftertaste for me. That's okay. And also, look, I'm not going to get on my little soapbox, but I'm really iffy when it comes to putting things in my body that I don't know. Like, what's the natural pick me up?
Gotcha.
I'd rather do that than that
Gotcha.
styles. But I know
Yeah.
there's so many people
Yeah,
who
no,
swear by it.
I love and it might be as well, you know, like different people, different bodies, but it's because it's got, I cannot remember the word. It's like L-taurine or something. It's that and caffeine. So I take it 30 minutes before I work out on the days that I am working out. On the days that I'm not, I take it in the morning, and it's basically like a really strong coffee. It just gives you a bit of a kick. Did you feel that while you were on it, or did you have kind of that tingly feeling as well? Sorry. Did you have a bit of a tingly feeling?
No. Whereabouts?
Some people, when they take too much or the pre-workout doesn't work for them, the tips of their fingers and they feel a bit pins and needly.
Oh, no.
Did you experience that?
No.
Okay, good.
Wow. That's so interesting.
I've had that before. Yeah, if it's a brand that's not OxyShred, like if I take ones that are too high in those kind of energy supplements, I get a bit funny, a bit tingly. I know. But I love my OxyShred. I think it's really good. I actually prefer the lower dose one to the black tub one, the higher caffeinated one. But I really need to get into the habit again of taking it in the morning, because I've been struggling with that lately.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your baseline like? Walk me through what you do.
Oh, so mentioned I do a workout as often as and whenever I can. I'm not too bad when it comes to like water intake. I love my cups of teas, or I just always have a water bottle somewhere on the go, whichever one I'm attached to that week. And I also really like to do flavored teas, like cold iced teas.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I always have a jug in my fridge. There's a woman, I'll try and remember her account. I'll tag her in it in this episode. But she does sort of cold tea recipes on TikTok.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. So like, for example, I might get a Lipton or a Twinings pomegranate and cranberry, brew that, coconut water over ice with like mint and berries and all that sort of jazz.
Oh my
and
God.
Then top it up with soda water and sip that through the day. So it's a good way as well, trying to minimize your soda and soft drink intake if you're anything like me and love a Coke, which I'm currently drinking right now.
This is water.
It's water, right? So yeah, I really, really love doing that. And I just mix up the flavors however I feel like it. I'm currently trying out a hair and energy supplement. Very early days.
Okay.
I'm having a little hard time getting into it because I think it's maybe that there's an element of there's zinc in it, and it can cause like upset stomachs. So it just makes you go, if you're going to give me a hard time about it, then I'm not going to take you.
Yeah.
But also, I need a hair and energy supplement. So that's the sort of thing when it comes to supplements.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just don't sit right, or I just forget to take them. But I do have quite a few that just sit there and look at me.
I do that a lot as well, where it's like, oh, this one looks good. I was on Happy Mammoth for a while. Have you heard of Happy Mammoth? It's an Australian supplement site, which I think that you would really like. I cannot believe we haven't talked about Happy Mammoth before. I'm probably got their stuff kind of laying around here because, again, I buy it. I'm so excited. I take it for a little bit and then I forget about it. But it's an all Australian supplement site, and they do things like like your flavored waters, they do your vitamins, they do your supplements, and they're mainly all natural. And the reason that I kind of went off of them, because it's like I need that synthetic kick, whereas you don't want that. So you could really benefit from Happy Mammoth. Yeah.
Now.
I'll link it for you and I'll link it for everyone else. But as far as like, so we've been talking about like our supplements and, you know, our water intake and all that kind of stuff. But as far as like mental health as well, what do you do to wind down apart from your doom scrolling to wake you up in the morning?
So my wind down routine consists of I take magnesium every night. So
my hubby takes that too.
Yeah, so I've got like a little hot chocolate magnesium powder, which also scratches that chocolate itch. I love a little bit of chocolate if I can. So
yeah,
I do the magnesium hot chocolate before I go to bed. I then tuck myself into bed. I have my little lamp on, so I don't use any like harsh lights. And then I try and do some journaling or some writing. I'm really trying to get back into that. And I listen to this like certain frequency playlist, like a 532 megahertz, whatever playlist. And it's just like white noisy type of frequencies that make me just unwind whilst I'm writing. And I don't judge me, but I love to do Sudoku. Fuck. It's the box
number
with the
things.
numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have a little book and I just lie in bed and I do that. And literally I feel my brain going, oh, and it's bedtime. And then I'm out.
That is so good.
I know.
My mum used to do that a lot. No, she loved it. No. And like she got me into it. I really liked it. But it's really funny how the things that wind you down wind me up. Like
Sudoku winds you up.
Yeah. Just the mention of it. No, like things like that. If I was doing that in bed before sleep, I would be wide awake, I feel like. And I wouldn't be able to go to sleep until I got to finish it. Like, I got to do it.
Yep.
And that's the thing when I talk to people as well about, like, I love that you're journaling and everything. Journaling, I used to come home from work every day and journal to try to download my brain and my thoughts so I could leave it basically out the door.
Great idea.
But that was really like winding me back. It was like kind of like I was bitching to myself, like, can you believe that was happening? Like, so like it just didn't, I had to kind of tweak that slightly. So my kind of bedtime routine at the moment is like, I really want to get back into, I like to have at least one bath a week, I think, to kind of mellow me out. But I've got to be quite dangerous.
You've got to be dangerous. Mm-hmm.
I've got to be quite careful because it may be a bit dangerous, because when I'm in the bath, I like to listen to my audiobook. But what's turned into my bedtime routine is listening to my audiobook before bed, and it really like takes me out so quickly. Like your Sudoku, as soon as I put it in, I have to set it to like 15 minutes or half an hour because I'm like, oh, that's great. We're setting up the narrative.
Asleep.
I'm out, and then I wake up in the morning, there's an AirPod at my feet and an AirPod like on the floor. So yeah, I need to be careful, but I like to listen to audiobooks to wind down, which I know kind of hypes some people up because they want to listen to it a bit more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So that's your wind down routine?
Yeah. So like I will put in the audiobook. I usually it depends. Like if I really feel more tired than what I usually am, I'll pop a melatonin. And that usually gets me to sleep quite quickly because I struggle with that. But sometimes I don't know if it's like a pseudo effect kind of thing, but it's almost like I get too much into a deep sleep too quickly with melatonin. And then I wake up at probably about like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I've had a good night's sleep. I'm awake and I'm like, well, what do I do now? Doom scroll. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have much of a bedtime routine apart from, hopping in bed, maybe scrolling for a little bit, popping in my audiobook, and then lights out.
And what time is lights out? Do you have a strict routine?
Not really, but I would say like I'm at least in bed by like 9:30, 10 o'clock every night, but I'd be falling asleep about 10:30, 11, I think, and then I'm up my alarm goes off at 6 and then I snooze it about 50 billion times and then I'm up at about 6:30. What about you? What's your bedtime?
Quite similar to you. I think I aim to be asleep by 10:30.
Okay.
If I can be asleep by 10, that's the aim. But, my Sudoku just keeps me up. Yeah, and then I wake up on the days where I want to go to the gym before work. I wake up at 5. And the days where I do not want to go to the gym, I wake up 5:45.
Okay.
So still pretty early, but I've just got a crappy commute to work.
Yeah.
So
what time do you have to leave in the morning?
I have to leave maybe 10 to 7.
Okay.
7 o'clock. And it's about 45-minute commute. Disgusting.
Ew.
And it's even made worse when we cannot get a car park at where we work. You cannot get a car park after, I think, 8:10.
Yeah, no. When I'm running a little bit late, and I got there at about 8:15 the other day. No, I was still in the regular complex that we park, but it felt like whoop whoop. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on?
And I love my routine. I love my little car park.
It's my car park.
Yeah. If I could reserve it, I would.
I know, right? Oh my God, it's nuts.
So, I wake up at 5:45 every day, so I get my car park.
But then once we get our car park, like I as well was kind of reflecting on, even with, so we're talking about bedtime routines, but like morning routines, you've obviously a bit of a doom scroller. You wake up, you get ready to head off to work unless it's a gym morning.
Yeah.
For me, I don't leave myself a lot of time in the morning. I don't know about you, but once I'm up, say like 6:30, sometimes at 7, I'm out the door by 7:30.
Oh, you're
so
quick.
I give myself like half an hour to get ready, but I don't leave my room unless I'm walking out the door to go to work. So like I don't leave myself enough time for breakfast to properly like wait. Like I really struggle to have breakfast unless I'm going out for like brunch or anything. I don't have breakfast either. It's an up and go if I'm feeling super fancy. But a lot of the days it's an up and go or a coffee once I get to work. But I only give myself 30 minutes in the morning. So how long does it actually take you to get ready? Do you have time to have breakfast or anything like that?
No, so I will take at least 45 minutes to get ready. But I'm not one for breakfast in the morning before work.
Okay.
It's just too early for me. But I love a good brunch.
Always.
always up for brunch.
But I've been up for about 2 hours by that point, so it's fine.
That's the thing, and I have a mimosa in hand. But I regularly skip meals throughout the day. That was
exactly
something I was reflecting on when brain dumping my current health and fitness routine. I could sometimes go without breakfast and lunch at work, depending on how hectic the day is. And the old Ella would be like, wow, look at you. That's so good. You're so busy. And, oh my gosh, you didn't have time to wee today. Love that for you. Look how busy you are. Oh, yeah, killing it. No, unhealthy, very unhealthy belief. So, yeah, but I definitely skip breakfast. And then there's sort of that mixed research on intermittent fasting. And I sort of joke and I'm like, I'm intermittent fasting unintentionally. But I do have a coffee when I get to work.
Yeah.
Which I've also read isn't the best thing to put on an empty stomach, especially with like high cortisol and that sort of stuff. But I just can't help it.
I'm exactly the same. Like, unless my happy pills and my ADHD meds count as breakfast, I have a coffee on an empty stomach. I count it as, but I don't. My brain just like really struggles to fathom how having a coffee is different to me having like a smoothie. I know that they are different. Let me be clear. I know that they are different, but almost in a way where I'm like, well, they're very similar.
They're liquids.
And they're liquids, right? Like, it's like me having a tea and I'm like, I drink water. I'm having a tea.
Yeah.
It's liquid. It's water. It's mainly water. But that's the thing. And sometimes I just can't stomach it, but I'm exactly the same. Like, I will skip lunch regularly. But yeah, I have to force myself to have an up and go in the morning, at least for brekkie.
Do you find that you then overeat when you come home, or do you snack, or what does that look like?
I'm definitely, I try to not have like accessible snacks in the house because I am a bit of a snacker and a binger if I'm bored, especially. But yeah, if there's like an open packet of crisps or something, I will definitely be nibbling at it. But the thing is, by the time I get home from work, I try to keep busy, like go to the gym or, bargain hunts on or something. So then I'm kind of just up or keeping busy so my hands don't have time to eat. So I kind of just start dinner right away. But then I do have a big portion for dinner, and that's not good for you either because you really shouldn't be eating 2 hours before bed. And they say, as far as like the intermittent fasting, I agree. There's definitely some mixed feelings about that because I was exactly the same. I used to make the joke of like, I'm intermittent fasting. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's not good for you because your body goes into starvation mode. So as soon as you do put something in your body, it holds on to more of the fats that are in that food that you're having, because your body needs to convert that to energy. So that's how you get into kind of that vicious cycle. But yeah, I do have a huge portion. Like my husband and I probably have a very similar portion for dinner, because I am so hungry by the end of the day.
Do you snack? Do you have like dessert or anything like that?
Oh, you need a Woolies ice cream sandwich.
Oh, you know, yes.
Of course you need a Woolies ice cream
Goes without saying.
sandwich. God, we go through at least 2 boxes of those a week. 8 ice cream. No, that's actually not too bad. 8 ice cream sandwiches between 2 people.
Yeah,
that's 4 a week.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's not even one a day. Step it up.
My trial this week is to have an ice cream sandwich a day. Keeps the doctor away. But as well, and that's why that is why I'm trialing what I'm trialing these next few weeks, because I know that I don't drink enough water a day. Like we talk about skipping meals and everything. You're still quite good with you drink water, you have your drink bottle with you. I really struggle to drink enough water. I'm lucky if I have 2 glasses of plain water a day.
Oh, whoa. Fair. Okay. Cool. Yep.
Why am I dehydrated? Why is my skin so dry? I have no idea. So I've been doing a lot of research this week into water and what we should be having as females. And because I know that there was a lot of times where, the research was saying like, oh, is it different from males to females? And should it be the same? Should it be different? And, we were talking about this in our goals episodes, where I would just overshoot and I'd say, okay, well, if ladies need this much water a day, I'm going to hit that. And I would buy like a big 3-liter water bottle and carry that around with me and everything. So yeah, I definitely overshoot when it comes to that. So I'm hoping that what I will be trialing and getting into will help me with my snacking, food, all of that other stuff. Hopefully it's a flow-on effect.
Yeah.
Helps. Like, I feel like during this reflection, it just helps us kind of figure out, what our baseline is, who we are, and what works best for us.
Yeah, it helps us identify the gaps as well, so it doesn't feel as overwhelming, hopefully. I think it's quite easy to look at health and fitness going, oh my gosh, I need to do this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
But, and for me, it's probably because social media is telling me to do those sort of things, or I'm seeing these, influencers and other people online with the certain type of lifestyle, or they do certain things, and I just assume or just subconsciously take it in thinking, oh, I need to do those things too.
Yeah.
But then when you take time to reflect and go, okay, so what do I currently do? Hopefully, if you're anything like us, I'm not too unhappy with how we are right now. Our baseline's not as bad as what I would think it would be based off all the things I want to try and implement, right?
Exactly. I'm exactly the same. Even, and I know that you're probably getting sick of me for saying this, but even just, I've noticed so many changes in us this year. I know that 2025 has been crazy, but already so far I'm seeing so much growth from us. Like even just you and your fitness journey and like keeping up that routine, like it's absolutely amazing. I can see the difference in you.
Thank you.
It's so good.
It's interesting when you just put that energy into committing to yourself and going, okay, I'm going to take the time to just do 1 or 2 little things. And I think this is what I've liked about the structure of the poddy, where each topic we're just taking on 1, maybe 2 things, trialing it out, and then if it works, we'll keep it. If we don't, it goes.
No need,
So it hasn't felt like an overwhelming process, which I think has helped me stick to the things that I have enjoyed and have seen a benefit from. So yeah,
it's so good. And especially when a lot of the time how we see ourselves, as you've touched on, how we see ourselves isn't necessarily how others view us. And you make the really good point of committing to yourself. I saw this TikTok just this morning actually, and it was this guy, and it was funny, but the message was very close to home. And it was him at work, and his manager would go up to him and be like, hey, can you do this? And he'd be like, yeah, of course, let's do it. And, he'd hit the ground running, get it done. oh, like your bank calls you, hey, we need you to, fill out this paperwork. And okay, yeah, cool. Sends that off. And the overall message was like, so when you tell yourself to do something, why don't you go at it with the same level of gusto? And I saw that and I was like, oh. And he was like, because basically it's the level of respect that you have for yourself. And I was like, oh, we're getting in deep.
Fuck. Scroll on.
I know.
Next.
But did I watch it again? Yeah. And it hit too close to home, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's a really great way of getting that message. Like, that's a real smart
It was a
way
really strong one.
depicting that.
So we are in our before episode, and you know how I love a little activity.
Yes.
So for everyone listening in, there's this trend going around at the moment on TikTok where you and your friend choose 9 images, and they cover off on things like animal, place, plant, character, season, hobby, color, crystal, and food.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to pick an image or a thing for those categories for yourself and then for your bestie. And then you're meant to trade answers to see how close you are to what the other thinks of you and their self.
Okay. Yes.
Both of us like shuffling in our chairs, like, okay.
Getting comfortable.
So how do you want to do this? Like, do you want to do like one person first and we compare and contrast?
Yep.
Okay.
Compare, contrast.
Okay. So who would like to go first?
It's gonna be good.
Ready? Wait, are you a 1-2 shoot or a rock, paper, scissors, go?
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, go. So what does that mean?
I don't know. You go first.
Oh, okay. As in I say you first or I?
Fuck.
This is so confusing. This should not be that hard.
Okay. You say what you think you are.
Okay.
And then I'll say,
Okay. So the animal that I put for myself was a cat.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. Because I just thought they're kind of independent. They love you when they want to love you, but they are lazy when they want to be lazy.
Oh, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
That's okay, cool.
What did you pick for me?
Now, don't judge me. I love you. And listen to my justification. Elephant. Wait.
Okay.
Because nothing about the size or anything like
That's
that.
right.
I'm so sorry. It's because
my trial is now liposuction. No. No.
Because they're so intelligent and they're lovable and they're so empathetic and they like go around in their tribe and like their family's everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I just feel that they're the traits that you have in our friendship, and I'm just your little elephant coming along with you, and you've got my back. Yeah,
always.
Yeah,
I've got your back. Thank you. I love that.
Thanks for hearing me out.
No. Of course. Well, mine was all about I'm lazy. I'm
lazy.
Like, no. That's so lovely. Thank you. Okay, so for my place, I really struggled with this one. I really struggled to put me in a spot. So I put myself in kind of like a little quirky regional small town coffee shop.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I put you down. That's really funny. The words I've got is quirky retro bar. That's really funny. Cool, like records playing.
Yeah.
You've got a little cocktail in hand. It's dimly lit and it's funky and it's retro and it's where all the cool cats play.
Well, look, to be honest, as soon as you started talking, I was like, why the fuck didn't I put that? Because you know where I hang out most of the time. If anyone's ever looking for me, they literally just need to look along High Street.
Yeah, true.
Literally at that exact place.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, love that. Okay. As far as plant, I put sunflower.
I too put sunflower for you. Yeah, got it. Tick.
Yeah. Well, they've been like similar vibes.
Pretty good.
I'm looking forward to like putting pictures to these and posting them so you can see like our vibes
Visually.
on a little swatch. Okay, for character, I really struggled with this one as well.
Character for you.
So, because there's bits and so I kind of narrowed it down to a smush of 3, to be honest. But when we're doing the thingy, I'll pick one. But I feel like if Alexis Rose, David Rose, and Ross from Friends had a baby, it would be me.
Yes, I was thinking this too.
Really?
It really was. I was like, oh, Alexis, we got Alexis. There was no characters I could find that really fit everything about you.
Yeah.
The closest one I thought was Jess Day from New Girl.
Oh my
Just
God.
like, she's pretty. She's very like optimistic, and she's hilarious. And she just gets into these really crazy situations, and you just want to be around her. I love it. Yeah,
I love that. I love that optimism is a characteristic that you use to describe it, because I honestly think that I'm such a negative Nelly
really.
all the time.
Nah, I think
Cool.
you make me look like very
Okay, good to know. Yeah. Okay. Season. I
Mhm.
put spring.
Oh, I did summer.
Okay.
Okay.
I was close to putting summer.
All right.
I was very close. There we go. For hobby,
Mhm.
art and drawing and stuff.
All right. I did listening to records.
Oh, well, that's my other one.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. For color, I did green.
I did green too. I know you.
I am so surprised. For crystal, I did like a rose quartz.
Oh, cute. I put citrine, which is all about success and abundance and prosperity, because that's what I think of you.
Thanks. And then food, I put pasta.
Oh, I put espresso martini. So that's a nice meal.
Oh
and
my
drink.
God. It's we've established that a coffee is breakfast. So why can't espresso martini be a meal?
Yes. Girl math.
Grandma. Okay.
I love that.
Love that.
I wasn't too bad.
Yep. Not at all. You were very and a lot of what you said was like an almost for me. Like I love it.
Look at that.
So good.
Simpatico.
Simpatico. Okay. Go
Alright.
for it.
So animal for me, I put lioness.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I see that.
Just very like I'm a bit of a fighter and a bit like very territorial.
Yeah.
Got my pride in both sense of the like my fam and like don't come at me.
Mhm.
But also my pride as a person.
Yeah.
Lioness.
See, my rationale was the same, but
Mhm.
my animal was different.
What's your animal?
I did a wolf for you. Pack. Again, with that tribe, they stick with their pack. You know, they're not a big pack, but they've got their people, your family, you've got your close friends, and you just stick by them.
Oh, I love that wolf. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I did a wolf for you.
Thanks, babes.
Of course.
Place I've done a coffee shop in Melbourne is my go. Oh, did you? Yes.
Coffee shop in Melbourne.
Yeah. What did you do?
Coffee shop in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
In Melbourne. I was thinking about our trip.
Me too. That's so fucking good. Having said that, when we were in Melbourne, I did not find a good cup of coffee. So if anyone knows a good place,
please
let me know.
When you think of Melbourne, you think that there would be a good
they always
coffee
go on about
place.
their fucking coffee. Couldn't find one. Anyway, but that's where I would be. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Plant, I put rose, like a red rose. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm close.
Okay.
I did the red peony.
That is super close.
Yeah, because they're rare, but peonies stand for passion and strength. So, but when you look at a peony, they look very much like a rose. They're very like strong, thickly, like it's just lots of structure to them. So I think of you when I see a peony, not a light pink one, a red one.
A red
one.
That's so nice. Is this gonna make me cry? Okay, so no, so character, you're so nice to me. Is Amy Santiago from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That is such a good one for you.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I be your Andy?
You could be my Andy.
They're both your locker.
Cool. No.
He's good. So
Yeah,
good.
just the whole like she's a bit of a goody two shoe. She likes things by the books, and she's a bit of a people pleaser.
Yeah.
But you can sort of see there's this underlying. She just wants to be a bad girl. But
Yeah.
she's really bad at it.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh my God. No, I think that's a really good one for you. That's not the one that I picked.
Okay.
But that's a good one for you.
Thank you.
I did Jane Villanueva from Jane the Virgin. We've talked about this a lot.
We have talked about this.
I feel like how she is as a person, she's so funny and goofy, but she is so smart. She writes a book. She's had a little one young, you know, following her love life, and like she is you.
It sounds like
she is honestly you. Not how she came about her, you know, her little one, but she has a really strong relationship with her grandma, with her mum. You know, her dad wasn't in the picture, had a little one really young and in a very unconventional way. And it's just her as a person. I watch it, especially in the later seasons, and I'm like, I feel like I'm watching Ella.
That's so cool.
I feel like if you were to watch it, you would be like.
See, that's the thing, because I haven't watched it,
No.
but I really do want to watch it to see if I can pick up on this.
Even the mannerisms though, like she does this dance and she's like, and I'm like,
oh my God, I can't.
If I had a nickel for every time that Ella did that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. That was a good one. Saison, I put autumn.
I did winter for you.
See, that I was going to either put that. Isn't that funny? We're like polar opposites.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. We
Summer,
are.
spring, autumn. Oh my goodness. Hobby, I did writing / cooking.
Love
What
that.
did you do?
I did cooking.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
Yeah, you did. I was close to doing like reading. Like journaling and reading and all that kind of stuff. Writing. Yeah.
Practically spot on. Colour, I did burgundy.
Burgundy.
Oh, love that.
No, not red.
Not red.
Burgundy.
I've got a trademark. Crystal, very similar on brand. I did ruby.
Okay, I had ruby and then I deleted it because my stupid tism brain was like, that's actually technically a gemstone, Emma.
I had to Google. I was like, is ruby a crystal? It said yes.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. So instead of the ruby, I put what did I put? A carnelian for you. Not a chameleon. A chameleon. A carnelian. So it's a very solid.
Google thinks I was trying to spell chameleon.
No. I'll send it to you. So it's all about strength, power, perseverance. You can't, and again, it's like the elephant thing. Don't take this the wrong way. It's brown. It's brown. It's solid, so you can't see through it. Like it's very similar to like a tiger eye.
Yep.
But it's a solid color.
Yep.
And yeah, apparently it is. It's very good for strength and perseverance. And it's kind of like a reddy browny kind of color, like it's terracotta-y. Like it's beautiful. It's you. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
And last one, food. I did spaghetti.
I did pasta.
Fuck. That's it.
I just built pasta times 2 for us.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that's crazy.
We're quite spot on.
We're quite spot on.
I can't wait to put them into little pictures and like visually see how similar they are. I'm pretty proud of
me too.
How well we've done. For
we've done very well.
Good job.
Well
we
done.
Be friends. Okay, retract. Yeah, put it there, partner.
Yeah, just me, your little elefante. Man, Jesus. Okay,
that was good.
When he came to the party, he was a one-man wolf pack, and then his wolf pack grew by 3.
Where the fuck's that from?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The Hangover.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that in yonks. The first one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's fine, I guess. So tell me about what you're kind of planning on doing over the next few weeks. Did you look into anything? Did anything catch your eye?
CC. So in terms of where I'm at with the gaps in my health and fitness, really is, especially for as long as I can remember, I've always felt off. Just I've never felt. Do you know when people are like, I'm living my best life? I feel really healthy and glow, and just I feel really good from in like within me.
Mm.
I've never resonated with that. I've always felt like there was something up, especially just that general sense of feeling run down, tired, headachy, and it's gone worse. I don't know if I'm sure stress is a factor in that. Um, yeah, just not my best
Oh.
self. Yeah,
Oh.
I know. So, I have been doing some Googling, and look,
Mm.
I'm not a person who uses Google Doctor and like self-diagnose myself, but
Mm.
I can't help but think how much of my diet or like Western diet as a whole, how much does that impact our general well-being and our health?
I agree.
And it's got to be something. And look, I'm not going to be on my soapbox and go ooh, 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 but we as a society eat a lot worse than before in terms of processed
Mm.
foods and fast foods and things like that. And I don't know, I see like every other news article is a young person being diagnosed with bowel cancer.
Mm.
So my mind just goes, whoa, I don't know, correlation, something's up, I don't know.
Mm.
So it just has made me think, what do I put in my body? And I wonder if there's any foods, and taking more of that holistic route towards my health, what am I putting in my body that could potentially be triggering me and feeling that lethargic, run down, bloated, heavy that I am?
Mm.
So I have been looking into the AIP diet, and AIP stands for Autoimmune Protocol Diet.
Okay.
There is an awesome account that I follow. Her name's Sophie Richards, and she's on TikTok, Instagram, and she has an awesome YouTube channel. And essentially, she was diagnosed with endometriosis,
Mm.
and she was struggling health wise with her like fatigue and her general health, heaviness, bloatedness. She was getting all these flare ups and just could never put her like finger on them. And the medical system just really wasn't supporting her journey in trying to heal her. And essentially, she was just told, "This is your life now. You have to deal with it."
Wow.
And so she went down that holistic route where she goes, look, let me try this AIP diet and see, since endo isn't, autoimmune, will my diet impact my symptoms?
Mm.
And she's documented it really, really well on her socials, and the benefits and the impact it's had on her is just insane. And it's super, super inspiring. I watched that. I haven't got endo. I do have women's health issues, like fertility issues that I'm currently working through.
Mhm.
But I can't help but think, I wonder if there's something within my systems that's just sort of
Yeah.
out of whack, and I just need to help realign and simplify what I put into my body.
Mm.
So AIP diet is very strict. It's not a diet that you live on long term.
Okay.
The idea is it's trying to reduce what you have and really make sure you're having real clean and easy digestible foods in your system
Yeah.
for a couple of weeks. So you normally do it for either 30, 60 or 90 days. So you do
Okay.
it for quite a few weeks, and you cut out a lot of different foods, which I'll go through.
Mm.
And then the idea is after that period, so 60 days, you do a bit of a check-in. How am I feeling? What are my symptoms like? And then if you feel like your symptoms have improved, you then start introducing one by one things back into your diet.
Wow.
So Sophie documents. So one of the first things she did was reintroduce eggs, but you've got to do it egg whites and then yolks separately, and you've got to check in on your body to see if that's flared up or caused anything.
So when you say check in though, like what are some of those symptoms that you do need to look out for?
So a lot of it's around Sophie's was around bloating,
Okay.
feeling just nauseous. Also, anything like the skin, her skin improved a lot. She had, I think, hormonal acne. So just looking at those sort of flare ups in your body where you go, oh, I'm not feeling as good as what I was when I was on AIP. And then it's about elimination. So you try and find your triggers and then you eliminate that out of your diet. So she reintroduced coffee. Coffee was okay. I think she tried she reintroduced like cayenne pepper or something like that, and that caused a flare up. And so she then went back into AIP, toned it down, and then reintroduced something else, and knew that okay, cayenne pepper just isn't for me. So I'm like, it sounds intense, and it is intense. The things that, for example, what you can eat is a lot shorter than what you can't eat.
Okay.
But essentially things that you need to avoid. You ready for this? Grains. So no wheat, no rice, oats, corn, nothing like that. No legumes. So beans, lentils, peanuts. No dairy, no milk, no cheese, no yogurt, no butter, no eggs, which I think would be really hard. Whenever you go on like a diet, you go, oh, at least I've got eggs, and that way like my protein hit.
Yeah.
So no eggs, no whites, no yolks, no nightshade vegetables, so no tomatoes, no white potatoes, no peppers, capsicums, eggplants. Yep. No processed food, so anything with added sugar, anything that's like unhealthy fats or additives. So really nothing in a packet.
What's left?
No refined sugars, so no candy, no baked goods, no soft drinks, no artificial sweeteners, no alcohol, no tobacco, no coffee. Yeah. And you've got to be careful with certain medicine, so like ibuprofen, which is an anti-inflammatory. Things you can eat.
Water.
Protein such as lean meat, so grass-fed beef, lamb, pork, poultry, fish, seafood, all that sort of stuff. Bone broth, vegetables. You can have any fresh veg with the exclusion of any nightshade vegetables, which arguably are plants, fruits. But anyway, fruits, you can have berries, citrus fruits, apples, cherries.
Thank God.
But just monitor like your glucose, so you don't want to like overeat on like grapes and bananas and stuff like that are really high in glucose. So just sort of be aware of that.
Okay.
Fats, you can have like olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil.
Okay.
But no canola oil and veggie oil. Natural sweeteners like agave, date syrup, honey, maple syrup, molasses you can have. You can have fermented foods like pickles and sauerkraut, which is really great for your gut health.
Okay.
And you can have like herbs and vinegars. Herbs, anything generally like green, you can like leafy green, you can have, but stay away from like your cayenne peppers and anything that's like a nightshade derivative. And you can have tea, green or black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
First of all, nightshade. I've never heard that term before.
Have you not?
No.
Nightshade.
So when you said nightshade, I thought like, okay, black vegetables, like the night sky. So where does nightshade come to it?
Okay,
can we Google, please?
Nightshade. Oh,
I think it's my brain just trying to process everything else that you said where it's fixated on that. But is it bad that my immediate thought went to, what are we going to eat/drink when we catch up for coffee now?
100%. And my mind did go into, how the fuck am I meant to socialize and still live a normal life and not be a fucking party pooper? And go, excuse me, can I just have a chicken breast with salt but no pepper because I'm not allowed pepper? You know what I mean? Sophie does document it, where she's, she did have that anxiety of going out and, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
She deals with it quite well. I think the issue is around convenience and really noticing when you're on the go, I just want to grab and something and off I go, and whilst I'm doing errands and stuff, you can't really do that besides from grabbing an apple or a piece of fruit. So it's just really being mindful and prepared and organized with your meals. and trying to find some sort of variety in a very limited list.
Yeah.
She also posts recipes, which
Okay.
I probably be surviving off of.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you integrate the foods that you can have, into your menu at home.
And I think another difficulty will be around how do I do that with a toddler, and I don't want to cook multiple meals, but reality is I probably will have to. So yeah, I think it's going to be difficult, and I'm slightly worried about that.
Okay.
But I can't help but think if I just really commit over the next couple of weeks to this diet, how will my body feel?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the reaction that your body does have to it.
Me too. And there's been quite a few studies. They're saying bigger studies need to happen, but there was one done in 2019 around implementing this kind of diet for people who've got irritable bowel disease.
Okay.
And they found that they've had noticeable differences and improvements within 3 weeks, which is relatively quick in the scheme of things. So hopefully that fits with our body structure, and hopefully I can then be able to report back with some sort of,
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. But oh my gosh, like, even I'm so supportive of this, and I hope that, like, when we do go, like, I'll definitely forget what you can and can't have.
Yeah.
But I guess that's going to be something to navigate as well. It's just, I'll be like, can I get you a coffee? And you're like,
I can only have
so I guess me as your friend, like, I have to be mindful of, I'll have to change my narrative to, like, can I get you anything? Hot water.
Hot water.
A tea. So you can have peppermint tea, you can have black tea.
Yep. And
orange
green
juice?
Tea. No.
But that's fruit.
But it's fruit.
With his sugar.
Yeah.
What about freshly squeezed fruits?
You're going to bring a bag of oranges. Thanks. After work.
Cherry juice.
Almond milk.
Mine is grape juice. You said you can have grape juice, and you watch it.
I'm just going heavy now before.
Well, it hasn't officially started yet.
Doesn't
start until Wednesday's Day.
Yeah, until this is posted. So drink up.
Okay. Golly gosh. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out.
Like short-term pain for long-term gain.
Yes, and I really like how you don't have to just start it and stick with it. There's so many, like, I don't feel like a lot of diets out there give you the parameters of, like, don't worry, this isn't forever.
Yeah.
So, like, I like the reintroduction element to it. Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm going to try.
Oh, I love that. But as well, I feel we're both coming at this from very similar angles. Like, when I was thinking about what I wanted to do, again, as we mentioned, a lot of reflection, but my main challenges that I experience is the fact that I do feel really tired every day. No matter whether I have a good sleep or a bad sleep, there's always, if someone asks me how I am, tired. I do, I constantly have, and keeping in mind there's other things at play here, I know that there is, but tired all the time, struggle to wind down. But physically, what I see in me is dry skin. My acne's flaring up, especially this year I've been noticing, and I've been blaming that on the weather. But when I really reflect on my habits when it comes to fitness and health, water intake is such a big one for me. Even your face, when I was like, I'm good if I have like 1 to 2 glasses of water a day. It's like, what? So that is something that I've always really tried to do every new year, probably for about 5 years in a row. I really tried to up my water intake to, what the standard was, which is 2.7 litres a day, everyone.
2.7?
2.7. Hang on, is it 2.7? It's 2.7.
2.7. That's a lot.
2.7 litres a day.
3 litres.
Yeah.
You'd be pissing all the time.
Well, that's what I was finding, but I'm also not used to it. But I bought like a big 3-litre drink bottle and I was carrying that around, and it was just too hard. And as well, I went from nothing, 1 to 2 glasses of water, to 3 liters a day, which I found really hard. So yeah, my current water routine is really nothing until I'm cooking dinner, and I down a glass of water while I'm cooking dinner, and I down a glass of water while I'm eating dinner, and then I have a drink bottle that sits on my nightstand and does nothing. So that's my current water routine. So what I'm going to be doing is trying to up my water intake, but not by going and shooting for the big 3 liters at once. I'm going to start, as Mel Robbins suggests, with a little scale. So I'm going to try for a minimum of a liter a day. Okay. Better than 1 to 2 glasses, which is what I'm currently on. And as well, like, as I touched on, something that I feel a flow on of that is like the fact that I do feel very tired and lethargic all the time. It's probably because my body's just like, oh my God, you need some water, woman, hurry up. But I have very dry skin all of the time. I get dry, flaky skin around my nails, which encourages me to pick. My skin itself is just crying out for some moisture. I feel like my blemishes are acting up because my skin's trying to overcompensate and try to release like as much oil as possible because it needs it. So I'm really hoping that by introducing some more water, it's going to increase those things. And there's other benefits that they say as well, like it decreases your appetite, which again, because of my medication, it's already kind of rapidly decreased. So that's something that I'll be interested to see what happens. Maybe it will bring me back up to neutral. But they say as well, a lot of the times when you are feeling hungry, you're actually thirsty. So yeah, that's something that I'm really hoping for. My beautiful friend gifted me a Stanley cup, not the one from like the racings. And is cars that, oh no, the piston cup, sorry. Stanley cup. It's with me. See, water drinking.
Got it.
I don't know how big it is though, maybe 750.
No, it's a litre.
Is this a litre?
It's definitely at least.
There's literally dust on the top of this cup. That's how much it sits on my nightstand.
That's so funny. Jealous. You said I could share this with you.
Yeah, the straw.
Yeah.
The straw.
Dustiness. It's definitely a litre. I think it's maybe 1.2 from memory.
Okay, so if I can drink one of these a day, I'll be meeting my goal. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be trialing. I don't have a lot to fall back on. I know that there's been a lot of studies out there to say that this is what should be happening, but it's basically human nature. We need to drink water.
Yep.
I don't do that. There was a study that I saw in 2015 where they did look at like 50 women who were slightly overweight, like their BMIs were just slightly higher than what they needed to be. And all of them actually saw a reduction in their fat mass, which is very exciting. So I hope
by drinking more water,
by drinking a minimum of 2 to 3 liters a day.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to see that difference, but my main thing I'll be watching for is my skin. So I'm planning on actually taking, this is going to be really scary. I'm actually really hesitant to say it because it means that I'm going to have to do it.
You can do it.
But I'm going to do it because I'm beautiful. I'm going to take a no makeup selfie every day.
Okay.
To see how my blemishes improve. Block your ears, any boys who are listening. But basically, Shark Week is going to be during this time as well. So it'll be interesting to see how my skin reacts with my increased water intake throughout the different stages of my cycle.
Yep.
I'll be documenting it via, no makeup photos, and we'll go from there. I would love to see the impact that it has on my back and my jawline. Mm-hmm. So fingers crossed. I'm starting now.
Just drinking.
Yum.
I can see the difference.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to be trialing. A couple of tips that I did see was like, there's this girl on TikTok who says to chug a big glass of water right before bed.
Stupid.
I've got to
Sorry,
piss.
I'm going to piss myself.
I've got to piss.
No.
But apparently if you chug one before bed and then you keep one on your nightstand and you chug one first thing in the morning.
Okay. Happy pissing.
At least it'll get me up in the morning.
True.
Should have got to piss. I'm going to pee. Might need to put like a plastic lining in our bed for a little bit. I know. The second tip that she had was just like flavoring it, which I feel is kind of like my pre-workout, but then it kind of disregards because like I have a lot of teas and stuff, so I don't understand how that's going to increase my water if I'm putting like a flavor in it. So I'm going to go cold turkey and just go plain water. And then they say to track it, but my way of tracking it will just be through this bad guy here.
Good way to do it. Hi, Stanley.
Stanley's my new boyfriend. You got boyfriend?
My boyfriend.
Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell.
Awesome.
I'm in a nutshell.
Look at this.
I know. So that's what we've got to do.
It's going to be a big couple of weeks.
It's going to be a huge couple of weeks, but that's what we've got to do. So what do we want everyone else to do? What's their homework? If we're doing this, they have to do something else too.
All right. Look, I think we can go somewhat easy on them. Let's do the 9 things with a friend. I think that's fun. Such a cute activity. I really enjoyed that. That's so sweet.
I expect your rationale in writing as well, so I can look back on it.
Okay, yeah, you just don't want a picture of an elephant and be like,
yeah, that'd be nice. That? Yeah, because my brain will go like, fuck
that bitch.
I need the rationale.
Yeah. Loyal, loving. No worries, I do that.
I'll do the same.
I'll do fine. And I think it would also be a really good activity to do a bit of a life audit on your own health and fitness like we did. And you'll be surprised, hopefully, to see that you are doing some sort of health and fitness regime for yourself. And just pick maybe 1 or 2 areas where you go, hey, maybe I can just put a bit more love and attention into this and see what's out there. Maybe if you want to follow on our journeys, maybe don't go as insane as me and do an AIP diet, but drink more water. I think that's a good one.
You know what's just come into my mind?
Oh no,
that song that we've had stuck in our head for weeks. Your diet is very close to that song, so now every time you say AIP, I'm gonna go percent.
That's gonna be stuck in my head. You know what that song does to me.
I know. It's better than the other song you've had stuck in your head, so it's absolutely fine.
That's true. I'll take it.
I know. So I'm really excited for this week. We've got some very big things to cover off over the next few weeks, but next week we've got Penne for your thoughts. What are we going to do? I'm going to be drinking water and you're going to be eating flour with a spoon.
I'm not allowed flour.
Fuck.
I'm not allowed flour. I'm not allowed wheat. So it would literally just be what? Ground turkey mince. Wow, we're going to be fun.
No, actually, next Penne for your thoughts, why don't you cook me one of your recipes and we'll have it together with some water.
With some water. Beautiful. Riveting. All right.
Num num, David.
Cool. Sounds good.
Nice.
Very nice. All right. Well, I'll see you next week for Penne for your thoughts.
Sure will.
Ground turkey. Thank you everyone for listening and joining in. And we'll see you in our next episode.
See you next episode.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.